Good day. Here's your newsroom midday brief for today, Thursday, August 7, 2025. We start by telling you that the Berbice government has invested more than $32 billion to establish new housing infrastructure in Region 3 over the past 5 years, according to the Minister of Housing and Water, Colin Crowell. He spoke at the commissioning of a new water treatment plant at Bartica yesterday. Minister Crowell noted that the government is undertaking a comprehensive housing agenda across the region. This will guarantee residents access to affordable and sustainable housing.
We have increased the household allocations in under 5 years. In fact, within the last 3 years, we have increased the allocations to approximately 11,000 new allottees here in Region 3. That also, with those allocations, also saw the opening up of 18 new housing areas. So I want you to therefore put into context. Yes, we're seeing a massive building, a massive infrastructure here. But the plan that was prepared took into consideration you, who are the existing customers. We therefore, we got into government, we reduced the charges by 5%. We reintroduced the subsidy to our pensioners. We removed the VAT on water. Ladies and gentlemen, all of that with the infrastructure we have been able to accomplish because of the commitment of Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali to ensure that as the resources become more available for our country, so will it be passed on to you, the beneficiaries, and to you, the people who live in the communities.
Over the past 5 years, the government has allocated more than 52,000 house lots nationwide, with over 9,400 allocated in Region 3 alone. Now, what once seemed nearly impossible is now a reality. Bartica, the gateway to Guyana's hinterland, is now connected by its first fiber optic submarine cable, part of a multi-billion-dollar project thanks to ENet's determined effort to bridge the digital divide and bring first-world connectivity to the region. The groundbreaking project involved months of painstaking work, including the difficult task of laying fiber across 2 major rivers and cutting trails through dense terrain. With the infrastructure now complete, Bartica enjoys high-speed fiber-to-home internet and robust 5G mobile services. Services only once available along Guyana's coast.
For 5G. Y'all ready to count with me? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on, put your hands together.
So our first plan was to bring fiber down the Del Conte Trail. I'm sure all the Bartica people know where that is. And then we would cross the river with a submarine fiber cable. So Roger was leading the team to the Del Conte. They packed coolers, food, big mission, huge mission. And I think 45 minutes into the journey, they called to say we physically can't make it there with the vehicles. We doubt we can be able to make it here with the cable. So we went back to the drawing board and we looked at all the options with the Del Conte when the actual road was going to be built, everything. So Roger was determined to find a solution, and every weekend they would start exploring different options. And we realized, well, you know, when you're doing microwave from Georgetown to Bartica, you do it from Timiri. So it must be a short to Timiri. But the idea of crossing 2 rivers is a very expensive venture. So we were not really exploring that. But again, packed up the coolers, the pickups, and went exploring. And we realized that we could go Linden Highway, Haruni, come down to the Demerara River, cross Sand Hills, clear that trail from Sand Hills to Falmouth, erect poles, lay fiber, and come across the river again and come into Bartica. Today in Bartica, you will get exactly the same service that is in Georgetown and along the coast, and that is something that is very impressive.
Bartica, long regarded as a gateway to Guyana's interior, is now poised to benefit from dramatically faster and more reliable services for homes, businesses, and institutions. And this is an immense technical achievement that also signifies a meaningful step toward bridging the digital divide.
We tell you now that a man from Quarantine has received a 3-year prison sentence for causing the death of his partner in a tragic car accident. Naraz Sugdio, 24, who works as a medical technologist and resides at Lancaster Village in Quarantine, Berbice, appeared before Magistrate Tuana Hardy at the number 51 Magistrates Court yesterday. Sugdio faced charges for the death of his partner Bibi Aliyah Ali, an 18-year-old medical technologist from Clifton Settlement, also in Quarantine, Berbice. In July 2024, Sugdio was driving motorcar PAF 6330 with Bibi as a passenger. He was heading north along the western driving lane. Reports suggest that Naraz, believed to be under the influence of alcohol, was speeding when he lost control of the car. The vehicle then struck a crane parked on the western parapet and ultimately ended up in a canal on the eastern side of the road. According to reports, Bibi was thrown from the vehicle and ended up in the canal after the crash. Both she and Naraz were hurt and received help from some bystanders before being taken to the Anamaya Memorial Hospital and Skeldon Public Hospital. Bibi was declared dead when she arrived at the hospital, while Naraz was treated for several injuries. On September 18, 2024, he was charged with her death. On July 30, 2025, he was found guilty of the charges and was consequently sent to prison. You can find these and other stories at our website, newsroom.gy, and across our social media pages, Newsroom Guyana. I'm Vishani Raghabir. Thank you for joining.